Hello and welcome to CIO News. I'm Khushbu Soni, your host for the broadcast and chief editor at CIO News. This is an exclusive interview series with our Wonder Woman in Tech. This is a recorded session and will be available on our website, that is cionews.co.in, and our CIO News LinkedIn handle. It gives me an immense pleasure in introducing our next Wonder Woman in Tech. She is Sreemoyee Ghosh, the head of IT business applications at Marico Limited. Sreemoyee is the senior technology professional with more than 13 years of experience in leading transformative and business critical projects at various FMCG brands such as Unilever, P&G, and many more. As a technology partner, she's worked with various business functions such as sales, marketing, and across various geographies. She's led top tier initiatives in developing route to the market strategy, sales automation, robotics, virtualizations, ERP for distribution channels. And she's also passionate about nurturing talent in the journey to drive rapid growth, sustainable business practices, and inclusive work environments. It's an absolute pleasure to have you, Sreemoyee.
Thank you so much, Khushbu, and thanks a lot for the great introduction.
Awesome. It's totally my pleasure, Sreemoyee. I wanted to begin with asking you the first question. If you can share a little bit about, what your typical day looks like, being a woman, a working woman in, especially in the tech industry. What does your typical day look like?
Right, so I work for Marico that brings to the market household brands such as Sephora and Parachute and new age brands like Beardo and Just Herbs. Yeah, we are an emerging market FMCG, so our presence is there in 25 countries now, apart from India. Our job is to digitize Marico's India business so that we create more value for our customers, our colleagues, our distributors, and our stakeholders. My job has three components essentially. So I run the existing IT landscape in the most resilient and optimal manner, build and grow it further, and simultaneously focus on the transform opportunities for IT by exploring white spaces that are there in our business.
Right, right. Awesome. Great. And I wanted to understand, Sreemoyee, did you always want to work in the technology space, or if it was not technology, what else would you want it to do?
Right. So I've worked for more than a decade now in the technology space with P&G and Unilever across their global operations before joining Marico in 2020 and enjoyed every day of it. So technology has evolved so much during this period. I surely, hadn't envisaged during my days studying as an IT engineer or when I specialized in IT for my MBA. But today I feel completely at home.
Awesome. Awesome. Great. I also wanted to understand, we've not seen many women in the tech industry, and we've always felt that gender has affected the way it has been perceived or treated. Have you ever been in a situation like that? And if you were, how did you handle it?
I strongly believe that women succeed when organizations and their support systems, are committed to diversity and inclusion. Marico is ranked amongst India's 50 best workplaces for women. And Marico and FMCG sector in general provide a strong platform for women to realize their true potential and succeed in whatever way they want. A decade back, we have seen how large Indian banks came to be led by women. So I was always inspired by these, stalwarts, women leaders we have had in banking. And last year in at Marico, 40% of our leadership hires and 50% of campus hires were women. So I feel that, even in the FMCG sector, you will see that change coming across and also in technology space beyond it. So I think there's a lot credit to be given to our women leaders in banking who have shown the way.
True, I think that's very true. What is the best part? I mean, I understood a lot how excited you are to be in this industry, but one best part that you want to highlight of being a woman in the tech industry.
So, as a woman, I think all of us, we add our own unique perspective. Tech industry means that we work with knowledge workers. And, as women, we have a natural tendency to nurture and to care. So this skill comes in very handy in fostering growth by creating leaders and trailblazers in your team. So I think that works really well for us. Multitasking is another thing that comes naturally to women. And in tech, you need to be skilled in multiple functional and technical areas while building strong relationships. So I think this is another area where women are poised to excel.
True, very true. Awesome. Do you still see a lack of women in the tech industry? Do you still see that as a problem?
Well, yes, definitely there are not in absolute numbers there are not many women as there are men. But if you see the funnel starts leaking much before that, much before women start working. In order to have women in tech, we need to have more girls who pursue STEM careers. And once we fix that, at the beginning, I think you'll see more and more women taking up tech jobs or tech roles. I was going through some of the data which is published by our Ministry of HRD as to statistics around, how girls are doing better as time progresses. And I see that the girls today at class 10 level, they have a higher pass percentage. So their pass percentage is roughly at 88.5 versus 79% for men. But after grade 10, what we see that women tend to focus more on humanities,
Correct.
right? And data says that. And our data, which is published by Ministry of HRD, says 38% of women are enrolled in BA courses, Bachelor's of Arts courses, followed by Science and Commerce, while only 28% of men enroll for such courses.
Right.
So that's the stream which you pursue also has an impact on why the funnel narrows down
Correct.
for women in technology. But I see things are rapidly evolving in tech as well. So now there are opportunities to do tech roles, even though you may have pursued humanities, like say the roles in MarTech, or say there are new areas coming up like ethics in AI, which don't really require you to come from a tech background, right?
Correct.
Product management roles also evolving in tech, where they are offered to those who have studied, say, economics or advertising or marketing or communications and statistics in their graduation. So there is a lot of opportunity now to switch to a tech career, even though you may have pursued humanities or say economics or advertising. So there is opportunity more than what was there earlier. Is what I would like to say.
Awesome. And in fact, it also gives me a lot of excitement to be in this industry, honestly, to see there's so much of innovation, there is so much of, digital transformation, there's so much of, talks around that and the way the whole world is transforming. I think it's very exciting to see and to be a part in any way, even be it marketing or IT, it's a pleasure to be associated. Awesome. Any advice that you would like to give to women considering a career in the tech industry? And what do you wish you had known?
That's a great question. I feel tech is a great place to be, especially today, where you can industries are all powered virtually, especially after your pandemic. You can be located anywhere and you can make a business difference to business. So tech provides great flexibility in terms of location versus many other careers, say like finance or sales or healthcare, where you have to be co-located. That's a mandate, right? If you are a doctor, you have to be in a hospital,
Right.
right? While all of us as women, we more so as women, we try to chase the elusive work-life balance. I think tech offers the best shot where you can manage the parallel tracks of work and home at the same time. Now, coming to the second part of your question, where you've asked, what is that I wish I had known? I think the understanding that business, which the tech powers, how does that business work, and what is my role in making that tech come to life? I believe technology professionals should invest more time in engaging with business and understanding the intricacies of business. Because once you know how the business works, then
Yeah.
you can, imagine, visualize, envision what's the tech you need to put behind it, right? So we should never forget that the purpose of tech is to power the business, to aid the business, to make the life easier and not an end itself. So I
Correct.
wish I had known that, when I had started out.
Awesome. I think wonderful insights, Shrimoy, and it is such a pleasure to hear you and hear yours, your thought process, your best practices, your journey in the industry. So wonderful. And thank you so much once again for joining us on this platform and being truly a wonder woman in the tech industry. Thank you once again.
Thanks a lot, Khushbu. Thanks a lot for your great discussion this morning. Thank you.